Hey, good morning, Facebook family. It's a great day here in the state of Georgia. It's Tuesday. Man, we're a couple of days away from Thanksgiving. And man, I'm just excited, man. I'm excited to be alive at this time. Man, what excites me is that today is another day to be alive, to be thankful. And for those, I appreciate the support that I'm getting. Thank you for the inboxes, the emails. Thank you for all the support that I'm getting. And I'm going to tell you, yesterday wasn't about, any notoriety. Yesterday wasn't about anything that I wanted to garner for myself. But I just wanted to show people it only takes a little bit to be a blessing. I want to show people you can start right where you are being a blessing to people. Man, I'm telling you, I'm just thankful, man. And you should be thankful because today could be the day that thing that you were believing for, you've been working on. Today could be the day that it happens. Today could be the day that something in your life happens huge, magnanimous, prodigious, colossal, over the top. Man, I'm telling you, anything can happen at any time. We saw it yesterday. That mother of three, she wasn't expecting to receive a whole meal, but it happened instantly for her life. And that couple, they were not expecting to receive the Thanksgiving dinner, man. And last night, I'm always making good on my promises. I delivered those gift cards to Miss Cheryl and Griffin. Man, she wasn't expecting yesterday when she woke up she would have an opportunity to be able to see some money come to her that was unexpected. So I'm just thankful. I'm just grateful that I was able to be a vessel to bless somebody. And the same thing could happen to you today. Today could be that day for it to happen to you. So I just want to thank everybody for your support, for tuning in. Don't give up. Stay on the road. Stay on the trail. Stay busy. Stay diligent, man. It will pay off. So I just wanted to come back today to end our talk about the misconceptions of no money. The misconceptions of no money. Because yesterday we dealt with the biggest misconception of not having no money is the down payment portion. The down payment portion is essential to purchasing a home. You got to have some money. We talked about all of the different financing options. You have the conventional FHA, then VA, and then the USDA. But today I want to talk about the final piece on the misconceptions of no money. We're going to talk about, first of all, the closing costs. Everybody likes to know what closing costs are. Every real estate transaction has a closing cost. The closing costs consist of attorney fees, doc preparation fees, anything that it takes for the attorney and the lenders to bring your documents together. That's what composes closing costs. Now, the great thing about closing costs and using a real estate agent, as great as I am, I'm going to tell you, man, I'm great. Because most of the time, I can negotiate. Maybe 99% of the time, I can negotiate where the seller pays all or most of the closing costs. Yeah, I'll say that again. I can negotiate in your real estate contract where the seller will pay all or most of your closing costs. What does that mean? What that means is if I can get the seller to pay all or most of your closing costs, that means that's less money you have to bring to the closing. Man, I'm all about saving you money. That's why you need a savvy real estate agent that knows contract and negotiation skills. And that would be me. So closing costs are important because closing costs can depict what you will have to bring to closing. So closing costs are a great tool, especially when you use FHA. Now, FHA has a great caveat when it comes to closing costs. Listen to this. This is what FHA allows as it pertains to closing costs. FHA will allow a seller to pay up to 6% of your closing costs. Man, now, let me tell you, you may not think that's huge. On average, closing costs run between 2% and 5%. They sort of fall right in the middle at about 3%. That's my target, is to get the seller to pay 3% in the closing costs. But FHA will allow the seller to contribute towards closing costs up to 6%. What does that mean? That means the seller could literally pay all of your closing costs when you acquire FHA financing. Wow. That saves you money. That equates to money saved, money in your pocket. But guess what? You got to have a savvy real estate agent that knows that. You got to have someone that can equip you with that knowledge, put you with the right lenders so they can put you in a position to take advantage of this great stuff. We're talking about closing costs. So, like I say, closing costs are negotiable. I'm the greatest at negotiating. So call me when you're ready to write that contract. By the way, don't ever write a contract without a real estate agent. I don't care if it's not on the market, if it's your cousin. Don't ever write a contract without a real estate agent. We have been taught how to do this. So call me before you write that contract so I can negotiate those closing costs. But closing costs are the next most important thing after down payment. And then we have what we call earnest money. So earnest money is money that is sent over to the seller whenever you present an offer or write a contract. Well, I call earnest money, I'm serious money, because the seller is looking for serious people to buy their house. They don't want people who just out riding around looking at houses and sending contracts, frivolous contracts that people can't even buy, contracts that people are not serious. So when I write a contract for you, we have to present earnest money with the contract. It's just what it says. It lets the seller know that I'm earnestly trying to purchase their home. Now, earnest money can range from any dollar amount, but it has to be impressive enough for the seller to say, man, I'm going to give them an opportunity to purchase my house. They've got the financing in place. They've got the rest of their money in place. And they sent me some earnest money to let me know they're serious. Earnest money is important. It's money that has to come out of your pocket up front. It can't be financed. It can't be brought to closing. It comes out of your pocket at the time the contract is written. I like to tell people about this because many times we get to the contract writing part of our transaction. And when I say, okay, I need you to pull out a check and write the earnest money out. And people go, wait a minute, what's that? That's that earnest money I told you about when we first started our consultation. Yeah, you need it right now to go with the contract. This is the only way that we can get you involved in contract negotiation. So earnest money is very important. Now, the great thing about earnest money is you don't lose earnest money. If you put $100 down, $500 down, $1,000 earnest money down at the time of contract, you receive that money back. You receive it back, that's right, as a credit at closing. Well, let me give you an example. If at closing you have to bring $2,000 to close out your house, and you've already put $500 down in earnest money, you really only have to bring $1,500 to closing because you already got a $500 credit for your earnest money. So it's not like you lose it, but you got to have it up front to start the negotiation. So earnest money is important. I factor it in because that could be money that nobody has and they have to have it to get a contract negotiation started. So earnest money, we talked about closing costs. We talked about earnest money. Now we're going to talk about appraisals. Yes, appraisals are very important. Appraisals determines the value of your property. And if the value of your property does not meet what the seller is asking, we don't buy it. Oh no, let me correct that. We will buy it with a price adjustment. That means I can go back to the seller and tell the seller, you have to adjust your price down to the appraisal price or we have no deal. But you got to have a great real estate agent to do that. Man, I'm telling you, I will not suggest for anybody to pay more than appraised value. That means you're digging a hole and throwing dirt on yourself when you do that. But some people do it, but I won't let my clients do it. It's almost like buying a car for more than it's worth, and you can't get rid of it when you want to get rid of it. Houses work the same way. So we have to pay for appraisals. Now, appraisals range from 400 to 500. It could fall in anywhere in between, but it's a cost that you must have fixed in place to pay upfront. That has to happen before a lender will give you the money to purchase your home. Appraisal. We talked about closing costs. We've talked about earnest money. We've talked about appraisal. Next, we're going to talk about inspections. Let me tell you, none of my clients can buy a house from me without an inspection. If you tell me you don't want to pay for the inspection, I'm going to tell you to use another real estate agent. I'm serious. I'm going to do that because I don't want you to buy the house and then you get in the house. We didn't do an inspection and your AC failed. Guess who you're going to call first? You're going to call me because I let you do it. But I don't let you do it because I suggest an inspection on every deal that I do. I even have my investors to do inspections, not because investment properties are in the greatest conditions. I have them to do inspections so they can know what they're up against when they buy the property. But for homeowners, you must get an inspection to buy a house from me. Man, I'm telling you, I know someone who bought a house a few years back, didn't buy it from me, bought it from someone else. They did not get an inspection. A week later, foundation failure, water everywhere in their basement. Call me up. Do you know someone who can fix the house? I said, why are you getting someone to fix the house? You just bought it. I didn't get an inspection. I wasn't mad at them. They didn't use me. But what I had to do was I referred them to a great contractor who could take care of them. So we're talking about inspections. Inspections are important. Inspections can range from $275 to $400. It just depends on the in-depthness of the inspector or the inspection. And I like to get the higher range because I want him to go through that house with a fine-tooth comb. We want to find everything in that house. So we've talked about closing costs. We've talked about earnest money. We've talked about appraisals. We've talked about inspections. And lastly, I want to talk about insurance. You cannot close a real estate transaction without insurance. You have to buy your insurance to close on a house. And that's money that's coming out of your pocket. It's factored in all of your closing costs. So you have to be mentally prepared to pay out that money. So I'm telling you, we must have money to purchase houses. We must have money to purchase houses. There's no way we can get around it. So I just wanted to bring you that knowledge. I just want to combat any of those myths from those infomercials that comes on at 3 o'clock in the morning and have people all ready and excited, don't have the amount of assets to close on a house. Well, here you are. I've laid it out for you. And I'm available to you. I got videos. I got a YouTube page that's coming called That Guy Knows Real Estate. It's coming. Matter of fact, I'm working on it today. So you can go back and look at some of these videos and kind of take notes on what it is you need to do in your next step. But this is how I want to end my video. I want to let you know that you've heard about the closing costs. You've heard about inspections, appraisals, earnest money. I'm the type of real estate agent. I negotiate you what we call a due diligence period. And what that means is for 15 days, we have to get the appraisal done. We have to get your loan done. We have to get all this stuff done to make sure the house is able to be closed on. If not, we can walk away. You don't lose money. You get your earnest money back. Hey, I can put that in the contract for you because I am a savvy real estate. I know how to write contracts. I will never let you be in a position where you lose money. So we always put a clause in for you to get out of the deal if you need to. That's right. I said you can get out of the deal if you need to because I put a window in there for you to have that ability in every contract I write. So, man, I'm telling you, man, today is going to be a great day. This is Cedric, man. I'm telling you, 2017, man, I'm going to be the biggest name in real estate. And I want you to be a part of my team. Whenever you think about buying, whenever you think about selling, whenever you think about investing, you should be thinking about me. Man, I'm telling you, I also want to thank Miss Cheryl Lyons for winning the prize yesterday. She knew where I was. She shared my Facebook page. She liked my business page. Man, she did everything she was supposed to do. And last night, I delivered to her gift cards to Walmart so she can use them for Thanksgiving. Man, I'm telling you, man, I'm in the giving spirit. Man, you better watch out for me, man. I may wake up tomorrow and say, I just want to give to somebody because that's what I do. Giving makes me feel well. I slept great last night because I had done something good for my community. Man, I'm available to you. I'm available to you. Inbox me, call me. I am available to you. Man, it's going to be a great day. Tomorrow is my last video for the week. I'm going out of town with my family. But investors, beware tomorrow. Investors, those of you who know investors, you better tell them I'm coming up with a video tomorrow, man. It's going to bless y'all. And if you're looking for a great deal, I've got one that I'm going to present tomorrow. Maybe it could be your deal. Hey, man, stay encouraged. It's not over. The fight is not over. Remember, today could be the day that something huge, magnanimous, prodigious, colossal, over the top happens in your life. You never know. Anything could happen at any moment, at any time, and at any second that could change your life forever. But remember, you got to stay in the fight to win. Hey, this is Cedric, man. I'm telling you, God bless you. God bless real estate. God bless buyers. God bless sellers. God bless investors. God bless these United States of America. Man, y'all have a great day, man. I love you. I'm praying for you. Man, call me, man. I'm available. Call me. Let's do a deal together. Have a great day. Love and peace.